Audio 18, Unit 6, Question 18.
Well, that covers the Phase 2 trials, so let's move on to Phase 3. As you can see from this overview, the Phase 3 trial for imferapal had quite a large number of participants, but higher numbers would have been better. The participants were of mixed ages and all had a clinical diagnosis of chronic lower back pain. They were allocated randomly to one of two groups. One group received 100 mg of imferapal daily and the other group received a placebo. It was a double-blind trial and it lasted for just over 3 months, as you can see. As for safety, well, you can see from this next slide there were adverse events in both groups, with more in the imferapal group. The participants described over 50 different types of adverse events in total, although most of them were reported by only a few patients. I've included only the commonest side effects on this slide. As you can see, they are not serious. On the whole, imferapal was well tolerated, with no serious adverse effects, and there were no deaths. And finally, the results. All participants reported their pain levels in a diary, using the brief pain inventory. Patients who received the imferapal reported a significantly greater reduction in their pain than those in the placebo group. Overall, the trial demonstrated good efficacy for imferapal compared to placebo. We can state that with confidence because the findings were highly statistically significant. Does anyone have any questions?
Audio 19, Unit 6, Question 23. A.
The study involved 3,000 patients.
3,000? I thought it was 300.
B.
The research team was led by a neurologist.
A neurologist? I thought it was a psychologist.
C.
The latest meta-analysis was published in 2018.
2018? I thought it was 2019.
D.
I need to submit the article at the end of June.
June? I thought it was in July.
E.
This meta-analysis only has 81 references.
81? I thought it had 89.
F.
This meta-analysis only has 81 references.
80. I thought it had 91.
G.
The first drug manufacturer to produce beta blockers was in Germany.
Germany? I thought it was the US.
H.
The study was published in the American Journal of Public Health.
American? I thought you wanted the European Journal of Public Health.
I.
The study was published in the American Journal of Public Health.
Public Health? I thought it was going in the American Journal of Men's Health.
Audio 20, Unit 6, Question 30. 1. The number of patients admitted to the hospital rose steadily for the first 5 months of the year, but then they leveled off. 2.
Patient admissions were high during the first 3 months of the year. There's nothing unusual about that. The winter months are always busy. Then in April the numbers plummeted and they've remained low since then.
3.
Admissions have fluctuated greatly all year. We saw an increase, followed by a decrease, then a big increase, then a steep decline. We don't understand it. It's a most unusual pattern.
4.
The number of patients was fairly low for the time of year between January and March, but then they shot up and are continuing to soar. This is worrying.